Next from Springfield, we talked to Brad Cole, the new executive director of the Illinois Municipal League, about what he would want the incoming Bruce Rauner administration to know about municipality issues as well as downstate issues. Mr. Cole also talks about potential services that municipalities could fund as opposed to being funded by the state. This runs about 5 minutes.
Brad Cole, thanks for joining us again on the Illinois Channel, and we wanted to talk to several people as Governor Rauner's being sworn in. As far as from your perspective as the executive director of the Illinois Municipal League, what would you want the Rauner administration to know, and what things that from your perspective ought to be focused upon?
Well, we want the new governor and his staff to know that municipalities are in support of what he wants to do to get this state back on the right track. I know it's going to be a change to move from the campaign to governing for him and his people, and we're excited about that. City leaders, mayors, city councilmen, aldermen, village presidents, we're in this same boat with the state, and a lot of the decisions that the governor's going to make will have a direct impact on municipalities, the services that we provide. And I guess for him, we want him to know that we're standing with him, we're behind him, and we're going to be looking for some leadership. We're going to be looking for guidance and direction, and it will be critical for us to hear and see what his early steps and initiatives and announcements are, who will be leading some of the state agencies, but what direction he's going to take with the state budget and a lot of the other issues. As we've talked before, he's got a whole plate full of #1 priorities, but we're standing behind him, looking forward to what can happen to make Illinois great again, and the municipalities want to be a part of that.
I'll remind the viewers that you're brand new in your administration here. You were just starting the job, really this month almost, for practical purposes. But have you had any kind of a chance to even talk to any of the mayors about if, I'm curious, are there any services that maybe the state is providing that they could stop providing, that maybe the cities could pick up, or anything along those lines? I'm throwing that out there. Or any other ideas that the mayors collectively say, quit doing this and you can save the money and it'll free our hands?
Not so much that there are programs or services that municipalities can do that the state is currently doing, but we do have some recommendations, and there is a transition committee on local government efficiency and how we can streamline some of the state's impact on local governments. And so we'll have some recommendations that come out of the transition committee into the new administration, and also some recommendations that we make separately about how to ease on some of the regulations, how to give municipalities and local governments a little bit more authority and flexibility to do some things that will save some cost, save some time, make it easier for business, and make it easier for the residents to go about doing what they do. So I'd say more in the terms of local government efficiency and creating a better operating plan at the local level versus the cities taking over more from the state.
And last question, let me bring it back to when you were wearing the hat of the mayor of Carbondale. There's always been the Chicago downstate divide, and of course you're from deep downstate. What would you say to, here's another governor from the Chicagoland area, about his need to be aware of issues all across the state?
Well, Illinois definitely has regional flavors, and whether it's Eastern Illinois, Western, Northern, or Southern, or Central Illinois, I think the governor-elect has gotten a good taste of that from being around in the campaign. I think he saw the differences, the unique characters of the different areas. But he's going to have to pay attention to downstate, downstate being basically everything outside of Chicago. I think his willingness and desire to be based in Springfield is a good first step. His openness to mayors and leaders from throughout this state is another good step that he's already taken. And so I'm not worried that there's going to be too much of a regional divide. I think he's going to pay attention to all the residents of Illinois, and that's our job to make sure that he understands those priorities, not just for the city, but for all the communities in Illinois.
All right, Brad Cole, thank you.
Thank you.